live.
I didn't realize he tagged me twice. I thought he tagged you and me.
It's fucking annoying to have power go out. What's up, guys? We're back here on the stream. Sorry about that. Power went out. Not something that I'm used to here on the stream, but we are back.
Back in back.
Dude, imagine we would have been in trades. That would have been horrible. But good thing I do have my phone next to me at all times in case I do have to have an intervention.
I think we need to have an intervention.
But yeah, check yourself out on the stream, Matt, because it looks like you are... Well, actually, you just need to move the camera down a little bit, I think is what it is, to be honest.
I was just leaned in.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then you're good. Stop leaning, dude. This is not a leaning time.
Lean with it, rock with it.
All right, we're back at that 50% mark here on the daily wick. We did take the daily high. We want to look at ES and see, did ES take the daily high or did it not? That's going to be important here. Because we have SMT if it did, and some pretty good SMT if you ask me. So, okay, let's check out what we got going on here, guys, on the live stream. We're still connected to my account here, 7124, and the trade copier is also connected still, so we are good to go here. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see what's going on here. So, looks like that original short I took has been a beauty and has continued to play out. And that's what I was saying yesterday on the live streams, right? I was like, on the live Discord. By the way, last night's hangout was fucking awesome. I really appreciated hanging out with you guys, learning a little bit about you guys. That was a cool experience. But yeah, it's kind of what I said, right? You could take a 1-to-1 and then it could run like a 1-to-3, 1-to-4. So that is kind of what we're seeing happening here. All right, we're in a pretty important key area here. This is that midpoint of that daily. That's also VWAP here that has moved up into this area here. So price needs to really hold this. This is a very important key pivotal area.
Very important.
We haven't swept any of the highs here on any of the 15-minute, hourly, 30-minute, or 4-hour, right? Only daily has swept, which is very important, but still I'd like to have seen those other candles sweep as well. So that's kind of annoying. What I want to see is, okay, so we do have massive SMT here. ES did not take its daily highs. So that is something that is concerning. Why my shit is not showing the SMT, we'll never know.
Kiss me through the phone, Alex.
Got you, brother. I'll give you a hug. How about that? All right, so SMT here at the highs. Let's see if we go to the 15-minute. Maybe it prints it. It's printing YM over there. Hasn't printed ES yet. Daily will print it. 4-hour will print it. That's the thing with these indicators, man. These SMTs sometimes they just don't get printed, and it's really frustrating. It's like, print your indicator, man. All right, guys, let's take a look at this Tory trend line situation we have going on here. As you can see, price has been holding this pretty damn well, if I say so myself. So a lot of support here at these 750s. Very key area to gauge. Looks like we push right to VWAP.
Go right back up.
Go right back up, baby. By the way, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Just so you know, we had a little bit of an issue. Power went out here at the TraderMade YouTube studio. The offices of the TraderMade fam. But we're back in. Let's go ahead and remove all my drawings real quick. So again, we had Asia accumulation, London manipulation, and a New York continuation so far. Okay, so the 15-minute reversal range is going to be up here at those 840s. So I want to mark that out. It's a pretty bullish candle here, guys. We have been swept up from those 750s. Like said, that 750 area was a key area, and it looks like buyers are stepping in here. We do have SMT with YM as well. So does ES. I like this. So I can go to custom here and just do ES. Set mode to custom and input your preferred tickers below. Okay, cool. So ES is my preferred ticker for this. So for some reason, the indicator so far has
Only for you, Alex. I'd be sitting here, just so you know.
That's what I like to hear, brother. Okay. So 15 minutes are really getting eaten up today. So we need to be looking at like higher. So an hourlies, so you have this hourly wick here, 4-hour wick here as well. Looks like we traded so far into 0.5 of it. We're living pretty nicely inside this daily wick here. I mean, any other day, I would be looking to short this thing with that SMT here on ES, but after that news, you know, that news we got recently and how bullish we've been, I don't want to be the guy trying to catch the top, or trying to pick where the top is and where the, you know, where we head down. I've only taken one 1-to-1 because the second one I was going to take was a long here, and the stream cut out. So sadly, could not get that second trade in, but it's all good. We're going to keep going here. We're in a good time now. But we're up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're up $1,200 on the day on the accounts. So not mad about it. I might just take off some of these accounts and then go just take like 2 accounts and go pretty aggressive. We're going to do that, guys. We are going to do that. Let's take off some of these. We don't need all of these. So that one's got 2K in it. We don't need to trade that anymore. We don't need to trade this one with 1,300 in it. Apex accounts are good. Don't need to trade that either. We're going to go heavy on that. All right, cool. So we're going to trade 2 funded accounts here and go and be a little more aggressive here. We're no longer trading all the accounts together. Looking for 1-to-1 trades.
Yeah, constantly having to refresh TradingView after you move a fucking order is pissing me off.
It's doing it to you too?
Yeah, it's been doing it to me for the last few days.
Yeah, what is that? Why is TradingView doing that lately? It's super annoying.
The indicators take like a minute to load and shit.
Okay, cool. I thought it was just me, dude.
No. And you use the web browser version.
Well, I started doing that because the app was super laggy. Anybody here in the chat have the same issue, guys? Let me know, please. Let me know. By the way, should I warm up my light in front of me? I feel like you're super warm, dude, and I'm not. So I'm at 5,000. I'm going to go warmer here. Let me know how it looks on the stream, guys.
You're going to go what?
Just a little warmer on the light on me in the front. Let me know if it looks a little nicer or if the cooler tones look better. Let me know what we think here, fam bam. Guys, by the way, thumbs up on the new stream here. Give us a thumbs up here on the new stream. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We are trading 2 funded accounts now. We've taken all the other ones off, and we are going to be a little more aggressive here, looking for those 1-to-1 trades that I have promised everyone.
I can't stop yawning.
Time you go to bed, dude.
Midnight, 1, something like that.
Not a good one-to-one trade. We're not going to take that. I like the idea of pulling back into this area to then maybe go long here. Again, we do have daily SMT with ES and NQ, which is not the thing I want to see. Also, why the hell is my... why are we showing YM so much? Can we please show NQ? I just updated you.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm talking to myself. I wonder if it has to be the ES one on TradingView. It might have to be that way. It's very rangy today.
Yeah.
So one thing to note is we went after taking previous day high, right, on NQ, we basically came back and retested the 50% of that daily wick and are holding VWAP, which is pretty bullish. Shows that bulls are still in control here. And I would still be looking to potentially just take longs. But that push back up did reject this this change in state on the 1 minute. So
Take a trend line on the 1 minute. New York high and New York low. We're getting to the breakout point, I feel like, here in a second.
I think so. I think we're going to break achy. Yo, chat, let me know if the warmer light looks better on my face here or if we need to be rocking that cooler light, guys. Nothing really here happening. I mean, we had a 15-minute sweep of a low here, a push back into the range. This should be an expansion candle to the upside here. So that's what I'm looking at here, but there hasn't really been an entry, right? Like for me to get in this, I kind of want to see us tap this 1 minute change in state. And we haven't really done that. So I'm not participating in this just yet. Also, we have yes, still below its previous day high. So something that we are watching. Also, guys, something that I would appreciate is, and Matt, I mean, I know Matt's going to say the other one, but how do you feel, Matt, if I was to make this candle white here? Does this look better on the charts? I don't know if you're looking at the stream.
It's hard to say.
Is it? That's what I was wondering. Okay, cool. Keep it at gray then. Matt's is too blue. Matt's is too blue. Why do I feel like Brian is always just yelling at us? Always just yelling at us, dude. Should we take a look at gold here, guys? You know, when in doubt, look at gold.
When in doubt, gold it out.
When in doubt, gold it out. I like that. All right, so gold had a 50-minute sweep and a 15-minute candle just opened at its highs. So we should see a push up. Beautiful bullish candle off the 30-minute as well. The hourly is super bullish and the 4-hour is extremely bullish. Yeah, this is probably expanding into its previous day high. Let's see where we are here. Oh yeah, we broke through that daily volume imbalance that I talked about. So finally got right through it. And now we are above this hourly? Not yet. So I think a push into those 703s is probably inevitable here, especially if we can hold those 696. See, maybe we get a little trade on gold here. I think this thing is probably going to rip here. Don't really want to be positioned there. I'd rather be positioned like here. But I don't know if we're going to get that, to be honest. Like something like that if it was possible. But if this thing starts to move, it might just break through those 700s here. What I'm going to do, though, guys, is the same strategy I did earlier on the daily wick. We're going to do that here just to get a better idea of where we are on this daily wick, right? Where could we reject? All that good stuff. So I call it the fib quarters. Okay, we're going to make this red, and we're going to extend this and see if we can get a trade off of this here. Okay, so on the 1 minute, you can see that we are sitting at that basically about to come up to its 50% of the daily wick here. So actually, pretty good idea that I did not long this because I would want to see reaction here. What happens here, right? Do we get slammed right back in, or do we actually hold above it? Maybe it's a situation where if we start to climb in here and then retest it, we can then look to get long here with a stop here and looking for a take profit here of a 1-to-1, right? So it's just an idea that I'm laying out here on GC. Let's go back to NQ. NQ is also hanging out inside its daily candle here. So this is where we would need to get bought up here. Oh, we have SMG there too right now. That actually worked. Like, see this straight trade here on this wick here? I would have taken it if I didn't know that we were closing through 50% of that wick. Right? Like, not closing, but like this bearish, this really strong push through 50% of this daily candle, right? If buyers are in control, right, shouldn't they be holding that? That's a very key area to be holding. So don't really want to long this here, right here. I mean, the cool thing about 1-to-1s is that it could work out, right? Like you can get a long here, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a long here with like a 1-to-1 into that. That's a 1-to-1 basically. And you could have done something like this. And I think that kind of makes sense because, you know, the bulls are bearish here essentially. Like they're not holding price, right? And it looks like we did tap into that. We would have tapped into that trade and then pushed up to 763. Is that a 1-to-1 there? Nope, a little short of a 1-to-1 here. So, but again, it's good to have those quarters marked out on those giant, massive daily wicks, guys, because it gives you a little bit of perspective as to where price is, right? If once you're above 50% of that wick, buyers should really be holding price above it in this area. We shouldn't really be seeing too much. Like as you saw here, buyers stepped in, right? Kept those bodies there. This is the first body of a candle we've seen close down here. So, you know, I don't know if that's telling us we're going to see lower prices or what it's telling us, but all right, so I'm going to move Matt to the bottom left here since you're telling me that he would be better down there. Also looks like my chart is messed up here. Filters. All right, that's perfect. Looks better, you're saying? Okay, cool. I like it.
It's a big yawn.
It's a big yawn. All right, let's go back to looking at where. First off, let's go check out gold. Let's see what happens here. So look how fucking spot on I was about that, huh? I said we were gonna long this, and I was like, I don't want to long this breakout, knowing that I want to see the reaction at 0.5, and look, we pulled back into 0.25 instead. So that is a really good thing that we're seeing here.
Ooh.
Move your stops left. Okay. All right, guys, let's see if we can find a trade here.
Move your camera top left.
Oh.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I could. I definitely could. All right, let's see what happens here. We're below VWAP here. ES just below midnight open. We have a SMT here with ES and NQ right now currently.
New 15-minute as well.
Yep. There's your SMT right there, guys. Let me see. What's my logical liquidity? So I think 734 logical liquidity target. All right. Oh, it's moving already. Kind of like that idea a lot. Using that VWAP, right? And the fact that I have a target now sitting here at those 730s. I just can't short it because we've taken previous 50-minute low and 30-minute low. So no shorts right now. So that's something that you guys want to be looking for, guys. You want to be taking shorts when we sweep after 50-minute highs get taken, right? Not really when we open and are at the low, because this could still move back up. It looks most likely it's going to go down based on that 50% that we couldn't even get back up there to retest it. My hourly liquidity target is 734, and my 15-minute is going to be 735. So I think this pushes into those areas here. We're about 5 points away, so most likely it's going to do it now. We're going to try this here. Quick 1-to-1, basically. Looking for 735 to get tagged. There we go. 1-to-1 again, boys. Boom. That was $100. $100 risk for $100 profit there. No more SMT here. So what I was looking at is, here's my liquidity. I mean, here's my my discount and my premium. I go into the higher time frames and I look to see where the lower wick of a lower wick there. As soon as you get into that area where the lower wick is, that first hourly lower wick is at 735. And that first 15 minutes are sitting at 734. So that was what I was talking about there. So now I could go to a 30-second chart. Right here, we could get into a 1-to-1 as well. Yeah. Targeting this VWAP at least minimum. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, I'm in here. Nice. About a 1-to-1 here. Let's make sure this is a 1-to-1. So I'm using a 30-second chart here, guys, because we tapped into discount and we also we hit that liquidity target. So now I should see a bounce, right? And this 30 seconds is because I'm on the 15-minute wick, which unlocks the 30-second inversion. So 1-to-1 is looking like.
Well.
So we've already hit a 1-to-1 here. Yeah, we're above 1-to-1, guys. Beautiful trade. We're up 500 per account there. 1-to-1s, baby, paying the bills. 1-to-1s paying the bills.
You got into a trade while I had to restart my internet?
Yeah, I took 2 trades while you were restarting your internet.
Oof, of course.
1-to-1s paying the bills. Okay, so we have a 30-minute sweep, 15-minute sweep, and an hourly sweep here. Very, very cool. So on the 30-minute, we unlock the 3-minute, right? Which would be an inversion that is nowhere to be found. Great. So there's nothing here we could do on a 3-minute. The 1-minute also doesn't get unlocked. So look at that, guys. The only thing we could have taken was that 30-second. And the only reason 30-second gets unlocked is because we're below a 15-minute low. Okay, so 15-minute low opens 30-second inversions, right? You don't just want to go to the 50. You don't want to just see a 15-minute low get taken and automatically you're like, oh, I'm going to take a 15-second inversion. No, there still needs to be higher time frame areas of support, right? And so where is that higher time frame area of support? Well, here it is. Here's your discount. Okay, let's draw that out across. That's your discount. We tapped right into it, and inside discount, we took the first hourly low. Right? So you need to find a logical liquidity target, which is going to be your first hourly low inside of discount. So we took that. Hope that, if that makes sense to you guys, let me know. If not, I can explain a little bit more, but let me know.
The delay on the stream should be pretty minimal.
There should be no delay. The delay should be like 4 seconds. So here, guys, if you're trading the 1 minute, right, this is your change of state of delivery right here. You have to wait until we get above this, right? And then potentially either take this little breaker here or a pullback into maybe 50% of that change of state of delivery, right? Which gives you 50% of that order block, essentially. So if you wait for the 1 minute here, you're pretty much screwed. You can't really take a quick 1-to-1 there. But these 1-to-1s are paying right now, guys. We're up nicely on these 1-to-1s. Let's go. Yeah, we're up really nicely on these 1-to-1s. $500 per account here so far. That's 3 winners.
God. Of course, it misses my entry. It misses my entry by 2 ticks, and it just shoots right up.
Yeah, it's looking nice and strong here once we tapped into discount. ES is also looking like it wants to push higher.
It literally missed my entry by 2 ticks and then just shoots up. Gotta love this. Gotta love it.
Gotta love when it messes my life up.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
It's fucking me.
I'm loving it. Okay. So now I see what it's doing. Wait, no. Did I just remove the S&T? That was just... Oh, no, it's loading. God, these things take forever these days, dude. It's actually mental. It's actually mental how slow trading view can be. God, Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty bearish though right now. Yeah, ES is just been weak all day today, to be honest. Just looking weak.
Weak sauce.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of. I don't know why it's showing that old thing there. Let's add the one that I have here. There we go. Wow. We're not kidding, man. I just put an indicator on here and it is taking its sweet time.
Oh, to populate.
So the first, Ryan, the first 1-to-1 was 5 points. It was $100 because I basically took it. So I took it into liquidity target, right? And I took it right before it was going to reach it. I knew we were going to just slam it. So it was a quick 5 points for 5 points, and then the next trade was 10 points for 10 points, basically, because I got in on the 30-second inversion, and the 30-second inversion, you know, got me in at 7:45, and my stop was 7:35, basically. So 10 points for 10 points. Could try to take this 30-second OB to the upside here. Maybe like 165 for 165, something like this. We might not get tagged in. It might just go back up. Yeah. See, 1-to-1 already hit on this, guys. 1-to-1 already hit on this. Just I was a little slow. I wasn't looking at the chart at that point, but this is makes sense, right? Because you're going to get a bounce off that 30-second OB, especially after this tapped. This OB was the one that took out the, well, not took out, but put us into discount. So this OB is pretty important. And yeah, as you can see, it's holding price. And it looks like so far that would be a $235 trade. 270 trade, $335 trade. Yeah, sadly we missed the entry there. But yeah, what you guys need to see is what I'm doing, right? So I'm not going to get into every trade, even though I can call them out. It's just that I'm going to go to buy or sell on my chart here. I'm going to put a stop loss. I'm going to put a TP, make it on price, make it a 1-to-1, right? And then try to get into the trade. So if you're able to do that with me, that's how I would recommend it, obviously, right? Don't chase, especially 1-to-1s. Don't chase it if you miss my entry. Just a little bummed here because this was a beautiful entry here at this area. This inversion here of that 30-second was still holding nicely. So right there, you have that inversion there. Let's go to the 3-minute here. 1 minute. Could do something like this, guys, as a 1-to-1 here. I don't like this one. I'm not going to take that one. I like this one because this is the return to this order block, right? These two 1-minute order blocks. But we are holding. We can't get above 50% of this, which is kind of sketchy. I'm going to try this short here, guys. 1-to-1. So again, I'm short at 765, looking for a push back down here, just because we're struggling at this at the midpoint of this daily. So we'll see if we can get a little bit 1-to-1 here. I'm gonna mark out the 1-to-1 here. So I would like to do something like this. That's a 1-to-1. So right above VWAP is what I'm looking for as a profit take, and then something like that. See what happens. We're holding here, but we are holding at the high, so we could get that push here. Let's see what happens.
764.75 is the midpoint of the previous hour.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why we're holding there. We couldn't get above. It might take me out here and then pull back down. All right, first loss here. Probably shouldn't have shorted it when we had that 1-minute change state of delivery here, but I kind of like the risk reward that we couldn't hold above that 50% of that daily wick there. All right, so we are now up to 300 on the accounts. So that was my first 1-to-1 loss. So 1, 2, 2. Here's your liquidity up there. We're looking for 15 minutes. Wow. Takes me out to pull back, huh? Wow. So
it's okay. It just missed my short entry again by
did we
point and a half.
We swept that 778, huh? That top of the 15-minute. We didn't do it on ES here, so we have an SMT there currently. Might try this again. We're trying it again, guys. This time maybe we get it. This 1-to-1 here again. See if we can get this. We're back at the 50% mark of this daily wick here. Again, we we can't seem to hold above it, right? We keep closing right back below it. So let's see if this works. Just looking for a 1-to-1, not looking for anything crazy here. This I don't want us to hold. This little green box is a buying opportunity for buyers, so I don't want to hold that. Maybe I go break even because we're in that area here. I want to see us push through these wicks here. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, guys. $210 profit there on that 1-to-1. We're back up to about 500 per account here. Did anybody take that trade? Snagga says, I'm still in this short. Anyone take that 1-to-1 there? That was a nice 1-to-1, guys. We have SMT up here with ES. That's why I got into it. I looked at the 15-minute sweep. See how ES doesn't sweep the 15-minute here? And NQ does. NQ swept it right here. That created that 15-minute SMT. So I was like, okay. I was right about the short. I was off by the time. My time didn't align. So it looks like Perez is up about $300 per account taking these 1-to-1s with me. I love to see it. Oh, nice, Snagga. Hold it, Snagga. We have that SMT, so hold it. Go break even when if we take this 15-minute low. Sorry, not on ES, on NQ. Let's see. Yeah, we can get 50. Like I would go break even at the 50-minute low or at 50% of that low. So 50% of that low is going to be 743. So these are all the areas where price could bounce, right? This is your 15-minute wick. These green lines here. So once we get to this area here, 744, I would go break even, okay? Because that's going to be a 50% of that 50-minute wick. And we also have this 30-second order block that has held 3 times. Nice. Ryan, let's go. He's up $200 here on this trade. These 1-to-1s are paying, guys, paying. We could just do 3 1-to-1s and make like $600 in a day and just call it. You know what I mean? And you just take high probability trades. You know what I mean? You're looking for liquidity sweeps, which we had here, with an SMT, even higher probability. And then you're looking for to trade into the opposing liquidity, right? Which is here. So I'm only going for 1-to-1s. This thing, again, like I talked about on the Discord yesterday on the live, this thing could just fucking do this, right? Where it's a 1-to-1 becomes like a 1-to-3 or a 1-to-4. But Ryan says this is much better than what we have done before. 5MNQ just paid you 200. Let's freaking 240. That's beautiful. Let's go, baby. Love to see it. Tapped into discount again, guys. Buyers need to step in. Let's check out gold. Looks like gold hit that 3,700 level I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. So gold is now above 50% of the daily wick, right? And wow. I'm gonna try this on gold, guys. 100 for 100. Let's see if it pushes. Just looking to see if 50% holds. It's pretty quick here, so you guys might not have been able to get into it. And obviously you'd have to switch to gold as quick as I just did. And we do have like a 50-second delay, so we'll see. I'm just trying this out because I like that we're at 50% of that daily wick, and price should get a little pump here. There we go. Beautiful. 1-to-1. Took another $100 profit there. All right, we're back to NQ here. I love it that I could just switch back and forth. Bro. Ryan, you're welcome, bro. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice. This is educational purposes only. And I hope that you guys are learning here how the 1-to-1 strategy works. We're basically looking for ICT, but we're trading, instead of looking for big moves, we're just looking for quick 1-to-1 trades. And it is paying, guys. I'm up 600 per account right now on these accounts. So that is a beautiful thing to see. It's 11:08 a.m. New hourly candle print. I think, Matt, you said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did take previous hourly low here with that hourly candle. So that's something to kind of note.
We've also tapped already 50% of the previous candle.
Yes, we did. We 100% did. That's what I was going to say is we need to be looking for a 5-minute change in state to the upside. And right now it is looking like we are just looking for lower prices on the 5-minute and the 1-minute as well. And I think the 15-minute gave us a 15-minute CISD. It did. As you guys can see here, 15-minute closed below this up candle, creating a 15-minute order block, right? That took out previous day high. And we attempted to get back above it twice. Now we're selling off here. So pretty interesting price action here. And it looks like the standard deviation from this high to here is pretty big. Like, I think we could see a pretty decent move to the downside if it really starts to catch some legs. We could be looking for 668s, it looks like. We'll see here. Buyers are holding this thing right where they need to, right? At that 25-cent mark or quarter mark of the daily wick. And also right at discount, which is quite interesting. Oh, sweet. So you're going 10 for 10. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. I mean, you guys can see I'm trying to get into 1-to-1s that don't have more than like a 10 or 15 point risk, right? I only want to risk about $200 to $300 per trade, because if I have a higher win rate on these trades, then one loss isn't going to hurt us. You know what I mean? Let's look at what ES is doing here. So ES should get bought up in this area, guys. ES should get a little bit of a bid here at those 690s, which we're not too far from. Massive divergence here between ES and NQ, that's for sure. ES took previous hourly low and NQ did not. So there is divergence there as well, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, didn't take it. But obviously here on our hourly, we did take ours, right? So we do have that SMT there at the low. So don't really want to short this yet. I want to wait for this 4-hour low to get taken on ES for the SMT to go away, and then potentially looking for maybe it's going to catch a bid here. It looks like it's about to break below it. Yep, there it goes. No more SMT there. Did we break that SMT? Let's see. Yeah, it just broke. Cool. Kind of thinking about like taking this down to like this, basically. I'm going to try it here. It's a little risky, guys, but I'm up a pretty good amount, so I'm okay giving this a try here. What I'm looking for is the fact that price is failing to hold above this quarter of this wick here, and that ES is now broken that SMT here, and that potentially we can get a push into this next area of price, right, which would be 714. Now, I have a really tight stop. Might get taken out before the move happens, and it just happened. I got taken out there, and that's fine. That was a $150 loss there. ES is catching a bid, but it didn't tap the area I wanted to see it tap, right? It needs to tap. ES needs to get into the hourly right here. 692s. Let's see if I can make another trade here. Get back that quick loss. I'm going to be looking for a bigger move here, though. Trying it one more time here, guys. Oh, I didn't get tagged. No. Let's see if this has the room to move here. ES is below midnight open, and is starting to continue lower here. This is kind of against my rules. It's shorting the bottom of a range. But again, I'm looking at the fact that price is having a hard time above that quarter. So if I'm in $200 worth of profit, I probably will think about just taking it off. But the move would be down to this area here. Let's see if we get it here. Looks like we're struggling here. I don't like that. I want to see a quick move to the downside, or I'm probably going to get taken out here. Come on, price. ES definitely has buyers at those 92s, so I'm watching to see if we take that low there. I like that there's no SMT, though. That's the reason why I'm in this trade. It looks like we could continue. Minute. Yeah, and with that 15 minute could take that low there, which would be nice. Sweeps that low first. Oh, it swept it. I have to go break even here now. Fuck. That sweep needs to continue, or I'm gonna get take, or it's gonna continue, or it's gonna shoot up, and I don't want to be in that trade if it does. I'm gonna go break even here in case it does. Nice, it's delivering to the downside, which is beautiful. Just another push here. Another push here would be amazing. Come on, nice, come on, get me to that 200 mark. Nice, let's go, baby. I'll take that off the table there. So we're back up to that 600 per account mark. Beautiful trade here. So again, I was right about that initial short. The way that it was looking here, stalling and not being able to really hold 0.25 of that wick, right? And as we're seeing with these quarters that I'm marking out, as soon as we start to stall around that 0.5, when we used to hold it, this starts to become resistance, right? It used to be support, becoming resistance. Now 0.25 was support, and it's becoming resistance, right? So that's what this is looking for, and I'm looking for that move down to midnight open and that beginning of that daily wick. And it looks like we're going to get that full move here. But I just wanted to recover that loss there. So we're back up to $600 here. Super nice to see. I feel like this one-to-one is getting me to trade a little more than I want to. But my goal right now is to get this account to 1,000. So I'm 400 away. I need 2 trades of 200. And we'll be good. So Matt, if I made $1,000 on my funded next account the first day I had it, you do the math in your head. Where do I need to be?
You want to try to get to 3,500 total profit
Why?
so that when you withdraw 1,500, you still have 2K drawdown.
Does it have to have 2K drawdown?
It doesn't have to, no, but
Okay, cool. So if I'm cool with $1,000 or $1,500 worth of drawdown, let's just say, where do I need to get to for a payout, just in general?
like 2,500
Okay,
total.
that's the 40% or whatever.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay, so $2,500 is where I need to be. Great, minimum at least.
Right around there, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go for around 3,000. That's what I've been doing. Going for 3,000, taking 1,500, and then building that. Then I build that 1,500 back up. That tops up account that I took $1,500 on, I built it back up. We're over $2,000 again, and a couple days away from that payout. So I want to get that account to 3K as well. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. If you can pull out $3,000 from one 50K account, even if it's over two different payouts, that's fucking amazing. That's a $200. That's a $200 investment for a $3,000 payout, right? So that's more than 10x.
Right.
Oh, went break even too early on that one and missed it. Did you take the first loss though, or did you not take that first loss? I feel like that first loss is kind of shitty, guys. Kind of sucks that we took it. I probably should have had a bigger stop loss on it. Probably should have had it above this 15-minute gap here, to be honest. So I should have entered here, stop here, looking for this move, right? That would have been the better trade. But trying to keep those stops tight got me taken out. But then the same move happened again for the second time. So I was able to do that. That's twice today. Twice today where I get taken out by 1 or 2 points and then it moves. So I might have to start thinking about opening up the 1-to-1 a bit, right? Instead of 10 points, maybe making it like a 15 point. We'll see. Obviously, I always talk about how all this stuff is dynamic. So yeah, ES is now in a pretty important area that I was talking about, right? This is that hourly fair value gap with an hourly inversion gap. So I could see us catch a bit of a bid from here. If ES starts to sell through this, then it's going to bring NQ down. NQ has the exact same situation, but we're further away from it currently. Jesus, man, this TradingView. Somebody call the owner of TradingView, dude. Ask him what he's doing.
See what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, bro. We need answers here. All right, so NQ catching a bid here to the upside. Very nice bid here. And that's exactly what I was talking about, right? I was taking this short. Obviously, I was talking about that I was hoping that we would move down to this area, right? But the other thing I was watching, and I was saying it here live, is that ES is approaching the hourly gap with an hourly inversion gap within it. So we should be catching a bid here, which is why you see that ES caught a bid and NQ is also catching that bid, right? They're correlated. So you can use premium arrays inside of ES for how NQ may move as well, right? So that 15-minute got taken there. We can drop down to a 30-second. Do we have a 30-second inversion? We do. We could have taken a trade here, guys, from 733 with a stop at 724. Let's see how this would have looked if we would have tried it. So the 1-to-1 would have been, yep, we would have hit a 1-to-1 on that as well, guys. That is a $200 1-to-1 there. Also, one thing you want to look for, guys, if you're let's say you're trying to take a long, right, and you're not sure, look at correlated assets. Look at correlated assets. So what you're going to want to do, not correlated, look at correlated time frames, right? So like, for example, I'm going to give you guys a good example here. Here's a 30-minute, right? This is my 30-minute candlesticks, okay? This 30-minute just swept that low, right? So as soon as we start to move above that sweep, if we get to like somewhere like here, okay, I can go on the 3-minute chart, which is what I'm at, and look to see if there's a 3-minute inversion that's occurring, right? As you can see, when I switch to the 3-minute chart, there's no inversions anywhere. It's all the way up here. Do you really think price is going to move all the way back up here without inversion, right? Could it? Yes, but what is an inversion? Inversion is trap sellers. So you want sellers pushing price down to get trapped here so that they have to buy their position and push this thing up, right? If there's no one's getting trapped, price most likely isn't going to reverse. So a lot of times you can save yourself trades by just going to the correlated time frame and looking at it, correct? So look, guys, we're at TraderMade here on ES. Is it going to hold? That's a freaking question that I want to ask. I might try a stab here. Ooh, it's already up. It's already bounced. I don't trade ES usually, but I want to try this because it's a really good area for price. But it looks like it's already bounced off the entry. Let's see if we get tagged in. A 1-to-1, it would be this, which I'm okay with. Okay, we're in. Let's see if we can get that push here. It might just slam through this, but and we might have missed the original long, and it is what it is. But yeah, let's go. Another winner. What a nice trade off TraderMade, guys. Look at that reaction off TraderMade. Anyone tells me TraderMade doesn't work and doesn't have a high probability to win trades, they should go take a look in the mirror here. Beautiful trade off TraderMade there.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go chill.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. I love you, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for showing your pretty face here on the stream.
Will do. Have a good night. Or
yeah,
the rest
dude.
of your day.
Yeah, I'll catch you. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right.
Peace. All right, guys, give it up for Matt hanging out with us here. If anybody wants to, if anybody ever wants to come on stream and just hang out, let me know. Happy to have you on the stream hanging out with your boy. I'll tell you right now, my win rate today is definitely way over 50%. That's for sure. Let's look at the top step here. Performance today is a 77.78 win percentage for today. So we are over 75% win rate today. Damn, our profit factor today is a profit factor of 3. I'm going to screenshot this, put it in the Discord here so you can check it out. Ryan, go check that out. I just put it in the Discord. You can look at it. We have a 3 profit factor of 3 basically. Profit factor of 3. We have a 77.8% win rate. Pretty good stats, guys. Pretty good stats on this 1-to-1 here. Yeah, that Team A just fucking ripped, dude. God, those buyers said, hey, we're not going to let Team A just not hold here. But again, if we close through here, NQ is going to follow through here. How much are you up today, Ryan? You might have missed that one, but you're up for the day, right? I mean, Perez, homie, Perez showed me he's up 300 per account, and then he went to the beach. So everyone's making money today, that's for sure. You're up $718? Let's fucking go, baby. Snagga says he's up Snagga, how are you up $2, my brother? So one thing I will say, Snagga, if you're going to join us on the one-to-ones, you got to put up a little bit more risk. I would say at least 5 micros minimum, just because the one-to-ones that, you know, that's higher probability that it's going to hit because you're not looking for a huge move. So with that, you need to size up a little bit on those one-to-ones, that's for sure. But again, guys, remember, none of this is financial advice. This is all educational purposes only. I am teaching. So what you do is at your own risk. But how are you guys liking this one-to-one strategy that I'm playing out here live? I talked about it on X that I was going to do this today. I talked about it in the Discord, and we are here doing it live. I need $300 more, guys. $300 more. Okay, let's go, Snagga. Yes, size up, baby. Yo, Snag, I give you permission. I think you should size up to at least 1 mini man on that eval, since it was a winning eval. What I would say, guys, is I'm going to try to not, I know I'm taking one-to-ones. I'm going to try not to get into trades too quickly. I'm going to wait and see when I like, you know, and I'm going to try to like position the trade so that it makes it easier. Team made 1 minute at 7:25. Right here. Yes, but it's already been mitigated. Guys, $300 more and I'm off. $300 more and I'm off. So now we're looking pretty weak just because we're starting to actually build higher time frame fair value gaps to the downside, right? You have a 30-minute and a 15-minute that are going to be built here. If we continue lower, we have the hourly. So this is the target here, guaranteed that we're going to push into those low 700s now. That's the next target for NQ. You see how ES is through TraderMade? Right, so that's a lot of weakness coming from ES. They're going to push this thing lower here. NQ is probably going to follow and push into this area here. We could probably look for some sort of short on NQ, to be honest here. I need a retracement most likely into those 730s or some of this area here. I need a retracement, maybe like this to this, something like this, right? 150 for probably the low. This might just have to be that $300 trade here. I like something like that, guys. I'm not going to confirm it yet. I'm watching to see what ES is doing here. So 30-second, 3-minute. There's no 3-minute gaps, so there is a 1-minute here. Okay, so how was I framing that again? I was saying stop loss here. Take profits back down here. Kind of like this. I'm going to try it. I'm in. I'm going to try it, guys. See if we can get a push here. Now, the only thing going against us is 15-minute was swept. We do have a 1-minute gap here, right? And a 30-second, but we don't have a 3-minute. 3 minutes really far up. So this is more likely to push down, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. We also are holding the opening of the daily wick, right where the daily wick body is, and the midnight open. And this is what I'm watching now. We don't want to see us above TMade. TMade needs to hold ES back down. That was the idea for the short, is ES comes in, retests this, and continues to move lower. So let's see if we can get that. That would be massive. This closure here on this 1 minute, though, I don't love that. That is kind of going against our trade a bit. Because this could give it a little bit of wings to catch a pop. But we'll see here, guys. If ES can hold, if TMade can hold ES, then NQ will continue to follow back down. Looks like ES TMade is holding. Don't love that. I'm going to take it off, guys. I don't like the reaction. I want to see, for the scalping method, I want to see a quicker reaction here. I don't like that we inverse this 1 minute gap. And we're holding above it. I still think we sell off. As long as ES holds below TMade, I think this does sell off. But I don't want to be in it if we had this 1 minute inversion. Because it's not that I don't believe we sell off. It's that this is a reversal model, right? You have midnight open, you have the last line of defense for bulls, right? They want to hold that, this red line here, and then you have the 1 minute inversion. So it could be enough to just push us back into this area here, and then see us move lower, right? And I just do not want to essentially be taken out for 1 or 2 points for it to then go, right? So let's see. Struggling, though. It is struggling here. Really is struggling. We are struggling in this area. No change in state, though. That's the thing that I do like about it. So there's no change in state to the upside. I'm going to try it one more time, guys. I'm going to be right above this potential 15-minute gap that is building here. Let's look to see what a 1-to-1 looks like on this. This would be unfortunate if we get taken out. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we just lost, I think, $100. That was a $100 risk. $100 risk. Again, it looks like it's going to fucking do what I want it to do. Okay, ES is above TMade again, so I'm going to hold off on the short. I didn't see that we were above. That was my mistake on that short there. I need 400 bucks now for that 1K goal. We have no CISD here on the 1 minute though. There's no change in state, right? Here's your, that would be your change in state. No body has closed there yet. If this closes, then you have a change in state. And then the bulls are back. They're back at trying to mount some sort of move to the upside. Again, we have a 30-minute sweep as well. So that 3 minutes, there's no 3-minute gap either. I'd love to see us test those 700s, man. I really think we need to be testing those 700s. I'm just trying to see if I missed something here. So here's 50-minute low. This is your I mean, we're holding the 50-minute breaker still, which this candle held as well. ES is above TMade though. This is the sign, right? Like I was talking about it here on the stream. If yeah, no worry, Snagga, we're gonna get this trade back. Don't worry. If TMade holds above and pushes, then it's gonna mess up the short, right? Where we're looking for ES to hold, retest, and continue lower, right? So that was the game plan. Your 1 minute gap that held. Here's your 1 minute CISD. Just curious what this looks like if we would have tried a long from the change in state, a stop below the gap. Actually doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. I don't love it. I still think that for some reason ES just looks weak, and I think this is a fake out. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. One more trade here. We need one more trade, guys. A good one. Okay, so we had here, like, some things to look at, right? We had a breaker on this 1 minute right there, right? We had a breaker here. These two up candles, lower low, right? So a low, a high, a lower low, a higher high, and then a retest into the breaker here. So we could have long 725. That would have been a good trade. So now we have to think about, where does price want to go, right? Where does price want to go? So we're trading above 50% of this candle. So now we have another order block here, right? This is another order block now. And potentially what I'm thinking here is maybe it's looking for these two highs. These are kind of equal highs here. It might want that as a target here. So let's see what happens. Looks like it's pushing. Kind of like this idea. Maybe it pulls back here. You could take a continuation trade, right? Let's see if we get it. The ideal long is 734, right? This is the continuation of that OB there. This is using the 0.25 that was resistance, maybe now is support, right? Let's see what happens here. ES is still pushing. Do we have a 5-minute inversion yet? No. I mean, it just looks so ugly to take a long on this thing. There's no 5 minutes, no 15-minute. I mean, the 15-minute high is all you have. That 15-minute order block is all you have really at 752. Yeah, 725 was really good. That would have been great long. The breaker, change in state of delivery. We had the 15-minute sweep here, right? And the 30-minute sweep. I think we also had an hourly sweep. Yep. We're inside that hourly sweep as well. So yeah, those all looked really good. I hesitated a little bit. But I probably, once ES got back above TraderMade, I probably should have switched my bias to going back up, right? This is when it confirmed it. This change in state of delivery is when buyers actually confirmed that we could potentially see a push higher, probably into these two areas here. And that 50% there is also a key area that we held right up to. Very important area there. Wow, those buyers are really strong right now. So here is your liquidity. That's our liquidity right there. We could see a push back into discount real quick. Slight push back into discount real quick. Maybe trying something like this has potential. I'm going to try it, guys. I'm a little bit late. Skewed my risk reward. That sucks. That's kind of annoying. So VWAP was trying to enter around here for a push for 50%. This kind of skewed me. We'll see what happens here. Might take it off quickly if we get some profits. Might take a loss here. This was a bad... just TradingView is laggy, man. Fucking annoying how laggy it is sometimes. I'm going to try adding into this position so I get a better fill. Putting 2 there. Doing something like this at this point. Seeing if I get a move. It's not looking too hot here. Let's see what happens. Okay, taking one off there, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. Beautiful hit. Okay. 668, maybe $700 now is where I'm at. Yeah, 725 was a great trade, 100%. What I don't like about this trade is I got my risk reward got skewed, which is why I had to add into it, right? I wanted to short here because then I could just put the stop at that wick. Right? And then I could just target that 1-to-1, which looks something like this, right? I could have done that as a trade, but because it just like fell real quick and I tried to get in, it skewed me to like an entry here. And now it opens me up more, meaning that my 1-to-1 is bigger, right? Which is fine. And that's why I added into the position, which brought brought me back to like this area, right? Also, Oh, why do we short this? Well, our buy side was taken. Two 15-minute highs were taken here, or one 15-minute high was taken here. That's your buy side. So buy side is taken, and also it's VWAP, right? I don't use VWAP, but I know a lot of traders do. So that's a return to VWAP. And ES, right? Think about this, guys. ES can't take this high. Can't take these highs. There's SMT right here. SMT right there. Okay, let's see if we can get that $1,000, guys. SMT right there, which was kind of what I was looking at. So we took buy side. We had SMT. We have VWAP. A lot of reasons to look for short. We also just didn't rebalance any of this move here. Once we took buy side, there was like this huge move here that hasn't been rebalanced. But the thing I didn't love about it is this gap here. It was holding. That's a bullish gap. That's kind of a breakout gap, right? Right after we broke out of this range here, we create this bullish gap. So buyers are here. They're going to defend this position, okay? Buyers are going to try to defend this. We want to see a close below this gap, right? Squeezing out the buyers, having them have to sell their position, and then we get that move back to this direction here. So yeah, we'll see. It does look like we have a new 15-minute candle here. 753 is that new 15-minute high. I'd love to see that taken. I love ES to fail, and then I'd love to see us start moving back to the downside here. That would be kind of ideal. We're going to go ahead and change this because it's kind of messing up the visual. What we want to do is we want to know that we are inside of premium, which is the red, right? Which also makes our shorts higher probability trades. This is your 1-minute CISD here at 762. We never tested any of this either. Like we basically sold off, right? Hit the beginning of that daily wick and completely got bought back up, right? Right up to VWAP. We never really traded any of this move here, right? A lot of times when price moves, it retests that CISD. We never had that retest. So maybe we want to chop and retest that area there. So we'll see what happens here. See, we get. I want to try to get one more trade here. One more trade would be ideal for us. But I like this one-to-one situation because even if you take losses, having that higher win rate is completely like taking away those losses, right? Like they barely even exist essentially. See if you get one more trade here, guys. So I want to try to get in before 12. We have the 1150 to 1010 macro right now, right? So if we open our macro time frames, this is going to be a macro. The macro just started. So either this is going to be a distribution candle or not a distribution, but like a continuation here on the 15-minute, which makes sense, right? You have candle one, which got taken by candle 2. Candle 3 should distribute. That's how the three candle pattern works. We have 4-hour SMT at the lows here with ES. I also didn't see that. There it is. That's why we're bullish. So we have previous day high SMT, and we have so we're technically in some pretty big potential reversal areas, and price is still holding. Creating buyers, right? Creating gaps as we're pushing into deeper premium. That's showing that buyers are pretty present right now, right? Here's another gap here. So this gap here. I like that idea, Snag. That idea is sexy, dude. That was a nice idea. I like that. The problem for me is 725 was the entry, guys. Here's the thing, right? 725 is the entry for the longs. I know that, right? I talked about it and we didn't get into it. So it's hard for me to get long here, right? It's hard for me to get long here. It's easier for me to look for a potential pullback, right? After a move like this, especially after buy side gets taken. So that's why I was, that's why I took that short that made me a little bit of money. But it's obvious right now that price is moving. One thing we could do, though, is try to take a short here. And I know it's counter trend compared to everything we're seeing, but we've now, ES has now taken both 50-minute highs. NQ is, I think it's approaching is it approaching its 15-minute order block? Yeah, so it's inside that 15-minute order block here. And it's the midpoint of that daily wick again, right? I wish it would have pushed a little higher. I wish it would have touched this area here. I would have been more keen on the idea of it. Okay. Here's a test. 769. Like this is valid, but I don't know. I don't really want to be the guy shorting this right now. We're back above midnight open here on ES. We have these highs here that look like they want to get taken on ES. Looks like the short would have played out so far for a 1-to-1, right? Let's see. 1-to-1. Yeah, 1-to-1. 1-to-1 already hit. 1-to-1 hit, guys. So that 1-to-1 there works nicely. This is a very important area, guys. This is a push all the way back up to the midpoint of that daily wick. What's up, Lucky Star? How are you doing, brother? Yep, I'm waiting for that closure here. I don't really want to trade after 12, to be honest. I want to make $300 more, but I don't really want to be in this trade after 12, to be completely honest about where we're at here, where I'm at. But yeah, that hourly close is important, right? Because that hourly close is going to tell us most likely we are heading back up into those 800s from how it's going to close. It's going to close pretty damn bullish, to be honest. But if in the next 3 minutes we do get a push back down into this area on this hourly candle, then I could see us continuing lower. But we did take a lot of freaking liquidity, guys, right? All that's been taken. And then we have SMT here on the 4 hour with ES. So that 4 hour SMT is pretty strong. So now, guys, now we can use, this is a closure above 50% of that daily wick, right? So now it is something like this, right? You can use like that to that essentially, or to that high essentially right there, right? But your stop would get skewed. So we got 2 minutes till that new hourly candle closes. We're also in reversal range here on the standard deviation. So this long could work out for a 1-to-1, but I don't think I'm going to try it. This is your reversal range here. We're just looking really strong. So my gut tells me we push and take this, take these highs here. We're holding even 50% of that wick too. We're creating bullish gaps inside of the optimal trade entry, which is the most bearish area for price, right? From a move to retracement, this is where price should be rejecting, and we're creating a bullish gaps inside of that area. So this next hourly, honestly, should be a distribution candle. The way that this is closing, this looks extremely bullish now. Come on, markets, give me one last trade, one little $300 trade here so I can call it for the day. So yeah, as soon as we close, guys, this is the way that I've been using these quarters, right? This is these quarters here are the it's the daily wick. If I go to the daily, if you're new here now on the stream, you're just tuning in. This is the daily wick body start to the daily wick, to the top of the daily wick, right? So the whole wick, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different areas here of price, 1 quarter, midpoint, 3 quarters, the full range, right? So getting back above 50% here is pretty bullish in my mind, and a scalp long, right? A 1-to-1 scalp long using this order block here would have been a great trade. Would have worked out perfectly. All right, we got that new hourly here printing. Yes, it's still a pretty far distance from taking these highs here. There he goes. High just got taken here. That previous 15-minute high got taken. Previous hourly got taken. The 4 hour has not been taken yet. Would make sense for an open, low, high close on this 4 hour. So maybe it's an open and a pullback for a continuation. We'll see here. Probably should have taken that long trade. That was a beautiful trade idea, Snag. I just want to give you that. I just want to give you the recommendation. I mean, not the recommendation. I want to give you the credit you deserve, man. That trade you put in the chat was great. It's a continuation long. I like it. Good work. Good work. Good work. So here's the expansion candle that I was talking about. Looks like we open and we're just expanding higher right off the rip. Yo, Lucky, are you in my Discord or are you just checking us out here on YouTube? I don't see you in the Discord. That's why I was asking. Oh, sweet. Yeah, welcome, man. Welcome. We try to do daily streams every day of the week. We do some bonus Asia streams, trade gold. But yeah, welcome, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Also, give me a thumbs up, man. That helps the channel. We're pretty new to YouTube. Only been streaming the last couple weeks here. Trying to build a little bit of a crowd. Lexus, he got in longs at 24775. 24775. Nice. Yeah, I mean, as soon as we started holding this reversal range, right, that next area of price is probably going to be up here. Probably going to take the those 815s. Building a 15-minute fair value gap here as well. Bullish one. It's crazy, man. We literally pushed all the way down to that midnight open and just ripped right back up. 750 long would be great. All right, ES is about to take the high. So no more SMT here at the highs. Let's get rid of that macro. We don't need the macro anymore. We know we were in the macro. Kind of want to try a little short here. Something like this, but price is way too strong, right? But here's that 75 area on the maybe something like this would be great. I'm going to try it. See if we get a quick push rejection. We took the high on ES. Maybe we get a little pullback here plus 75 on this key area here that I'm looking at for a hold. Looking for a 1-to-1. Nothing crazy. Small scalp basically. Yep. Too fucking strong. Price is too strong, guys. Even key areas that I have are not holding currently, sadly. Okay, so now we need, for 1,000 on the day on these accounts, we need another 500. We're up 500. We need 500. That sucks. This is just a strong expansion candle on every single time frame. 15 minutes strong. The hourly is the 30 minutes strong. The hourly is strong. And the 4 hour is flipping bullish as well, right? Let's see where we are on these trades here. Okay, so the win percentage is still 77 point. Let me actually refresh this. Okay, so win percentage for the day is 65%. Profit factor is 1.6. Yeah, I think buy side is going to get hit for sure. That's what it looks like it wants, right? But I was hoping for a 1-to-1 here. We're not getting that. I think we just ripped to buy side. ES is super strong here. ES also never took previous daily high, so that's another thing to keep in mind that we may want. There's just a lot of resistance in this area. We should see some sort of push lower around here. I just don't really want anything to do with shorts anymore. All right, Snag, I appreciate you, brother. We'll get it on Monday, man, for sure. I might just, I don't want to be trading 12 o'clock. I hate 12 o'clock. It's like my stats go down big time at 12 because price just doesn't really do what it should do at 12. It just retraces and takes out liquidity pretty much. So a lot of key areas don't hold well. So we're holding 7.5 now. It used to be resistance. It looks like it has turned into support here. Something like this, maybe. Maybe too late already. I need one more trade that's a green one so we can try to make our money. So I'm trying to get a payout, guys. I need 1,000 on this account for payout. That's what I am trying to do. I don't know, man. We've already taken previous day high. That's not really a target, in my opinion. I think I need to figure out where we are on this 4-hour wick. All right, let's see. So 50%. We're below 50% now. All right, so we're at 50% of that 4-hour wick now. ES is at 7.9. Let's extend this here. Yes, at 7.9 here. Very important area for yes here. Very strong candles from these so far. There's that pullback. Slight pullback here from 50% of that wick. $12.10. 5 minutes for that new 15-minute candle. I don't like it. Kind of think this is just going to push. Kind of like the idea of just buying it here. We're pushed above that 30-second again. I'm going to try this, guys. Let's see if it pushes here. Looking for a push into 7.5 here. That's what I was looking for there. Got to be careful here. We hit that 7.5 and we rejected right off of it. Need to go break even here. Fuck me. Rejected off 7.5 pretty nicely on the 1-minute candle here. I'm going to take this off. My entry was skewed, so my 1-to-1 was a little bit above 7.5 of that 4-hour wick. But we got that reaction that I was figuring we would get. That's why I was trying to get into a 1-to-1 into that. Would have liked to be somewhere like this. That would have been the ideal trade. Looking for that 30-second change of state of delivery, and the initial inversion got closed on. So that would have worked out beautifully. Ended up closing it out break even here. Let's see, guys. I'm going to get back in here. Try this one more time. See if we get a push. One more push. Looking for this order block to hold. And if we lose this trade, we'll end the day green and walk away. I need to be here for a 1-to-1. There we go. Oh, why am I in 2 fucking contracts, dude? Did not want to get into 2 contracts here. I should be in 1 contract. I don't know why I'm in 2. That's fucking dumb. Yeah. All right, guys. That's me calling it for the day. I'm up 200 on the accounts from 600 to 200. Not going to give back any more profits here. Gonna take that money and run. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. We've been streaming since about 9:30 this morning, and it is already past 12. You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for hanging out, and I will catch you guys soon. Remember, guys, protect your profits. Never let it go back to zero. And with that said, we're out. Peace.